my name is Taranganu as the chairman for this mock meeting.
Hi, I'm Natasha Amira as the secretary for this mock meeting.
Hi, I am Idlan Hanif. I'm as the community one.
Hi, I am Raisa Sabrina binti Noransyo. I am Committee 2 for this mock meeting.
Hi, I am Nushabira binti Harisi. I am as a Committee 3.
Hi, I am Ani Shahira binti Mustafa Kamal. I am as Committee 4.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our second meeting of the Project Alpha. So, does everyone have a good weekend?
Yes.
Yes, great.
Good. So, let's start with our meeting. So, Secretary, may you briefly all of our agenda for today?
Sure, thank you, Chairman. Okay, today's agenda for this meeting is confirmation on minute of the first meeting, discussion on every potential site for. Now, let's start for the first agenda, which is the confirmation of the previous minute's meeting. Is there any error based on that?
I think there is some things that you missed, which are the aims of the Project Alpha regarding the Gen population. Our project aims to have 3 Gen, which are Gen Y, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha. But in the minute of the first meeting, it stated that this project aims to fulfill needs to Gen Z and Gen Alpha only. You forgot to put the Gen Y in the minute of meeting.
Oh, thank you. And I get into the matter.
Pardon me, Miss Natasha. There are other mistakes from the report regarding the budget for the project. Based on the previous meeting, the project budget is worth 250 million ringgit instead of 150 million ringgit. Miss Natasha should take note regarding this matter.
Oh yes, I will take note of that and change it later. So, are there any changes?
Mrs. Natasha, I also found there's a spelling mistake at the point B in the section which is reported 3 potential sites for the Project Alpha, which stated that empty warehouse at the Pasir Gadong. I think it should be a Pasir Gudang. So maybe you can change it later.
Oh, all right, thank you. Now, is there anything else?
There's one more spelling error. At Surya Hoarding, it should be Surya, Suria, Surya Hoarding.
Okay, can we proceed if there are no more error regarding past minute of meeting?
Yes.
Can someone propose the previous meeting?
Tasha, I propose the report to be acknowledged and accepted.
I second the motion.
Since we had done the first agenda, let's move to the next agenda. Now, let's hear more regarding each of the potential sites since every committee member had visited all the sites, right?
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Secretary. Everyone had visited the location. So let's begin with the first location for the Project Alpha, which is the old warehouse at Pasir Gudang.
Okay. There are 3 potential sites for Project Alpha. As we all know, Project Alpha concentrates on the educational and entertaining requirement of Gen Y, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha. Therefore, I like to recommend an empty old warehouse in Pasir Gudang, Johor. It is more affordable and easy to develop than other locations where we would have to start from crash. In addition, the warehouse also provides a huge space to develop an education and entertainment area, such as indoor gaming center, playhouse cafe for kids, and musical theatre academy hall. Therefore, I would like to recommend this site for our project.
Yes, I think it is a very nice place for the startup for our project, since there are a lot of space and we did not need to change any structure for any location for this Pasigudang, for this overhouse at the Pasigudang. So I quite like this site. So, but I would like to hear from the others too regarding other suitable places other sites.
I agree with that things too, but I think the third site project, which is green hilly landscape in the Bukit Core Taranganu, is also the best locations. Because of Bukit Core is a combination of hills and a flat green lands with the adventurous curve and turns, and it is located in Marang and just about 200 kilometers from the Kuala Terengganu. So I think this is gonna be the best area to do our project here. What about others?
I'm not sure about that, as I think Bukit Blanchon is more suitable. Bukit Blanchon was a forest reserve in Ampang, Selangor. It is located about 15 kilometers from Kuala Lumpur and it is accessible by car. Bukit Blanchon currently closed to the public for a refurbishment. As our project is to fulfill the educational and entertainment needs of the region, I believe that Bukit Blanchon is the most suitable among the other two sites.
Sorry, I disagree with Mr. Idlan and Ms. Shabira. I think the most potential site for Project Alpha is at Old Warehouse at Pasigudang, Johor. As Ms. Anis had stated, Old Warehouse is highly flexible and easy to develop since it is located at the city center and since previously the old warehouse is used to store heavy machinery in the past, thus the warehouse also provides a huge space which is 5,600 meters square. Hence, the construction of our project will be more easy to handle and develop.
All your opinion regarding all the sites. I actually agree with Miss Sabrina and Miss Anis actually, since yes, I am sure with that Bukit Belacan with Bukit Ko is actually near with the Kuala Terengganu, but I think we need a little more effort in adjusting to the hilly landscape. So we need to protect our nature too. That's also our object, our aim for this project. So I think I agree with, I mostly agree with Miss Anis and Miss Sabrina. According to the old house at the Pasiguda. So since I had heard all the briefing on the other side, so I guess we had done our second agenda, right? So I would keep all of your opinions. I would keep in mind both of all of your opinion. So is there any additional information regarding other sites, or is there anything you want to add? Okay, so since there's no more, let's proceed with our next agenda. Okay, Mr. Secretary, could you proceed to our last agenda?
Sure, thank you. The last agenda is to choose the potential site for Project Alpha.
Okay, so does anyone have the opinion?
Yes, as I had previously stated, I think the most suitable site for Project Alpha is at Old Warehouse at Pasigudang, Johor. Old Warehouse is highly flexible and easy to develop since it is located at the city center and also provide a huge space. Hence, the construction of our project will be easier to handle and develop. Also, we can reduce the time for the construction. As Ms. Anis has stated previously, indoor gaming center, playhouse cafe for kids, art exhibition, horse training center, and musical theatre academic hall are several flexible projects for education and entertainment that we could develop. I think that's all from me.
I am agree with Ms. Sabrina.
A clear understanding that uh, Miss Sabrina and Miss Anis had stated that actually the Pasir Gudang all we have said the Pasir Gudang was the best choice and the best sites for the potential for this project Alpha, right?
Yes.
So okay. Is there any comment or opinions on regarding other side also?
No, I think what Miss Sabrina proposed is the best choice for our project Alpha.
Okay. Okay. So I guess everyone had agreed that the most potential and suitable site for our project Alpha is the old warehouse at the Pasir Gudang, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Mrs. Secretary, so does we have finished our agenda for today?
Yes, Mrs. Chairman, all the agenda for today has been discussed.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Secretary. So I want to see more detailed report on the project for each of the site before our next meeting. So I need it to have on my table before next meeting. Okay.
Yes, Chairman.
Yes, Chairman.
Okay. Thank you. So, Mrs. Secretary, is there anything else you want to add?
I guess that's all, and may I send out the notice on our next meeting tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, sure. So, is there any suggestion or comment from the committee?
No.
No,
No.
Chairman.
Okay. So, if that's okay, thank you. So, if that's all, then can someone suggest for today's meeting to be adjourned?
Yes, Chairman. I propose for the meeting to be adjourned.
I second the motion.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so thank you everyone for coming to this meeting. So I hope to hear more about our progress on the report. So, and let's hear more about this project on our next meeting. Okay, so let's end our meeting for today. And thank you again for coming and have a nice day.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Chairman.
Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman.